you folks to meet the actors who portray Travis and Mike in the film. One began his career a decade ago on Broadway and has been seen on television in Lonesome Dove and in films ranging from Memphis Blue to the recent movie The Cutting Edge. The other man, I'm sure you'll recognize right off, is perhaps best known for his hole-in-the-head role opposite Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2. He's the cop who won't die, but melts and gets split apart, everything else. But he's here and he's in one piece. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome D.B. Sweeney and Robert Patrick. I think they like you.
Because it is true. You know, truth is a little stranger than fiction, as they say. And this is a good, solid script, and I like the boys. The boys are good. You know, of course, it's their picture, and I'm just kind of supporting them. But I like it.
To really relate to Travis and Mike, you guys, you and DB, had to learn how to be loggers and.
Yeah, we were with the chainsaws out there logging, and I actually nearly took out a bunch of crew guys. I was supposed to aim it at the camera this way, and the lights and everything were here, and crew guys were here. And this is a huge tree, and I had it going, and I thought I had it aimed the right way, and next thing I know, it's going towards all these guys, and they're all running, they're screaming at me.
The whole energy of the cast came together pretty quickly. The first or second day we were in the room together, you could sort of look around, and, you know, oh, there's Craig Sheffer, yeah, he's Dallas, and Robert Patrick was already well into his thing, and it fell together very nicely.
Oh, I just play a sheriff who is a real character, Sheriff Waters, and he doesn't believe a word they say. He just doesn't believe in UFOs, and also he's never had a case he didn't solve, and it really gets to him because he's going to have one he can't solve, and it really bothers him. He doesn't believe a word about any UFOs.
Fire in the sky. As the real-life Travis and Mike sitting alongside Robert and DB, the Hollywood version of Travis and Mike. Travis, whatever were you thinking about, boy?
Well, you'd have to know me back then.
What, a Hellraiser?
Well, you know, I can explain what he did. You know, about three months before this happened, we had another little experience. He jumped out of the truck to chase a bear that ran across the road. And if you can explain that, you can explain this.
I'm not like that anymore. It's just,
you know,
they're saying get back in the truck, and that was just kind of egging me on. I was scared too, but.
Yeah, it's an incredible experience playing these guys, I'll tell you.
Some of these loggers came back.
Mm-hmm.
One did not. You did not.
I played
your
Travis
character.
Walton.
Right.
I see the UFO, I get out of the truck, and just after what we just saw, I get zapped by a bolt of light, and I'm knocked unconscious. The other guys think I'm dead, and they take off, and then Mike realizes I've left my best friend there. I got to go back, and he comes back about 5 minutes later, and I'm gone without a trace.
The other loggers did not know what had happened to Travis, right?
Actually, we're all in the truck just going home from a work day. And we see it. We all see it. He wants to get a closer look and walks out underneath it. So the other guys that are with us in the crew cab, they all see it as well.
Yeah.
So we have like 6 witnesses.
Right.
And then as DB said, I go back with the guys and we look for him. He's gone.
And in real life, this group went back and reported him missing, maybe even dead.
Yeah. We knew he was missing. We thought he was dead. And we went back to the town and we explained to him what had happened. We knew that it was, you know, it's a wild story, but we're sharing it with them, and they didn't want to hear it.
Are you saying, Phil, that all 7 of these people are lying?
I'm afraid we have to say that on the basis of physical evidence.
Meaning?
Physical evidence that should have been there, but was not. Now, you heard Travis and Mike Rogers claim that this beam from the UFO was like a grenade exploding, fire, flame, that Travis was knocked 10 feet back, and in his book he claims he hit his shoulder against the rock. When the morning after this incident allegedly occurred, when the law enforcement officers went to the site to inspect, they found all kinds of dry pine needles which, if this had actually happened, those needles would have been blasted away, they would have caught fire, they would have burned.
Why are you laughing, Travis?
Well, because this is typical of the sort of reasoning pattern this man uses in attacking all UFO cases. He's equating the absence of evidence to be the evidence of absence. That's absurd, you know, and that's actually a logical fallacy.
It's necessary for people to know just exactly what Philip Klass really is, who he really is. He's nothing more than a disinformation specialist from Washington, D.C.
I think we can be rather certain that this incident occurred, that they're not lying. What they claim happened did happen, and it's not a hoax.
The fact that I have to make the audience believe this extraordinary thing has actually happened to me, and if I can do that, it'll be a great victory for me, because it's not a matter of getting them to believe that your dog died or that your car won't start or that you broke up with your girlfriend. It's asking them to believe something quite extraordinary, you know, of biblical proportions. And that was what initially got my attention when I read the script, that central challenge of making, you know, we're not making a special effects supernatural movie, we're making a movie about ordinary people where something extremely extraordinary happens.
You know, Robert, what about you? Are you a UFO believer, generally?
Well, if I can believe I'm a Terminator, I think I can believe this. Yeah, I've had the theory, I think that Carl Sagan said it best, that we'd have to at least, you know, we can't be that arrogant not to consider that there could be something else out there. So I came into it like that. And then after I met Mike and Travis and talked to them at length about what they had experienced, I totally believe their story.
You do?
Totally.
So you believe that there are creatures out there who are far advanced technologically over us and even come and visit time to time?
I believe that these guys went through a very traumatic experience. I believe what they've told me. And as I said, going into the movie, I've always had the idea that it is a small universe. And we are a tiny speck. So we have to at least be open-minded enough to consider the probability.